What's up, guys? IWrocker checking in with you for another video. It is an exciting time in the truck community, especially in off-roading. This segment has blown up in the past few years, but this is a pretty fun video about the Power Wagon again. As you guys know, if you're familiar with the channel, familiar with me at all, I love Power Wagons, I forever will, and I owned one. I owned it 2015. Wow, been a while. I owned a 2015 Power Wagon, and it was a great truck for me. It was great for this channel, and I had an excellent time in that truck. And I think it could use a few updates. So trigger warning, if you don't agree with me, these are just my opinions. But as you know, the TRX was just announced, and it's officially here. You know, it's launching later on. It's official. It's going to be here, and it's very exciting, okay? Basically a Hellcat Ram off-road Baja truck. Totally crazy, bonkers in every single way. It's awesome. What that should breed is competition, even from within itself. That's a Ram also, right? But inner competition is great, even between a brand. So, will the TRX be popular? I think so. Will it be a beast off-road? Well, it's yet to be seen, but I'm pretty sure it will be. Will it, spark more competition between the Raptor and some other trucks? Of course. But here's what I think. The Power Wagon is king of the hill. It was king of the hill, a few years ago. It was like in a league of its own. And now I think everyone else is really bringing it off-road wise. It's a very popular segment. So I think the Power Wagon, though it hasn't necessarily lost any spunk, I think it should bring a lot more to the table just because, well, that's the trend. Everyone's going kind of crazy right now, especially Chrysler, right? I mean, they are really bringing it with all these products. They're always, kicking and taking names. So I think they should put that in-your-face attitude into the Power Wagon again for, a little bit of a kick in the rear. Okay, so some of these might be semi-realistic, and some of these might be fantasy land, right? Because a lot of these, probably will never happen, but I think should happen, or at least some of these might be realistic and would benefit it. Okay, so first up, even though I'm not like the biggest fan, or it's not a biggest deal to me, tech. Tech needs to be constantly updated, probably at the forefront. That's just what the trend is nowadays in trucks. Whether or not a lot of people like it or not, or care about it or not, it needs to happen. So the Power Wagon still needs to be filled with tons of tech going forward. That certainly, if you notice, was like one of the highlights of the TRX reveal. Not only does it have this 700 horsepower Hemi, supercharged Hemi in it, but they were bragging about a lot of tech, right? All these pages, the big screen, this fancy interior, cameras and knickknacks, and driving modes and off-road modes, and the heads-up display, which I really like, and so on. And I think the Power Wagon should definitely follow in those footsteps. I think the heads-up display is a must in the Power Wagon. Anyone who knows these trucks knows that they are huge, and that the front end is huge. And when you are on any sort of incline off-road, you can see nothing but the sky and the big hood. And the heads-up display with maybe some cool off-road info in the inside as well. And mainly keeping, a 360-degree camera system is essential on this truck. So they need to have that going forward, and they need to have cutting-edge tech to sway buyers from, other trucks. Second off is something pretty realistic I think they could do. It's not too far-fetched, but I think it would make a big difference, is they need to have the option. I say the option because some people may not want it. So don't make it standard. But standard, we know, is the 410 gearing for the differentials. And while this is proved to be adequate for the Power Wagon, I really think it would be awesome if they went back to, like they had in the 05 through 09s, 456 gearing. It would help with towing, I feel like, a little bit, and it would just help with that feeling. These Power Wagons aren't slow, but they're not, fast, and they're not supposed to be fast. But it would just give it a better feeling taking off. They're very heavy trucks, and I think the 456 would just be great for drivability. And I don't think it would hurt gas mileage that much. That's up for debate, but I think 456s people have been asking for a long time. Again, I think they need to have that option in there for the Power Wagon. I think it would be a subtle thing that would really make a big difference and really get people's attention. Next is a pretty realistic option. Of course, most people do this on their own, which is fine, but it would be nice to have this from the factory. I think because everyone else is at that point, kind of, right, with the Raptor and the TRX, and I'm sure some others. They need to have 35s on this thing stock. The fact that the Power Wagon still has 33s, and they're actually like under 33s or like 32 and a halves or even lower, is kind of abysmal on this truck. It's been years, they did the 33s for years. I think they need to upgrade. It's a big truck. It's bigger than all these other trucks I mentioned, and yet it has smaller tires. These are tires basically like a Rubicon. They need to step it up and have 35s on here. 37s, they would never do stock, and I think that's pretty ridiculous. I had 37s, and they're not the end-all, be-all. I think 35s are great on Power Wagon. 37s are very heavy, and the drivability does suffer a little bit, especially without 456 gearing. And then we get to the fun ideas. Now, everyone can come up with crazy ideas. Most of these probably would never happen, but I really think they should think of it. I really think they should think about it and consider this because, they're going all out with these Challengers lately. They're going all out with a lot of the cars. They're going all out with the Ram TRX. And they're even going crazy with the Jeeps now. The fact that they're putting a 392 in the Wrangler is absolutely awesome. So, they're really stepping it up with all these models. Why not show the Power Wagon some love, right? Step it up with the Power Wagon. I think they should consider possibly the Hellcat and the Power Wagon to be awesome. I don't think they do it because this whole competition thing, I think they want the TRX to kind of be the Halo truck. So I doubt they would actually do the Hellcat, the supercharged Hemi, and the Power Wagon. I actually don't think they'll do that. It would be awesome, though. But what I do think they can do is squeeze more power out of that 6.4. They need to do something where it raises it. It's been the same performance for, almost 7 years. They need to raise it up. Give that thing 500 horsepower. That's totally doable. Basically has that in the SRT Challengers. And I don't think it's going to hurt durability that much. If people maintain them, it should be fine. So aim for like a 500 horsepower mark. No matter how they get there, they can figure that out, But I think given the Power Wagon, it's in the name, more power is essential right now. Like I said, it's an adequate truck. It's got enough power, but why not throw some more at it? That's kind of the trend, right? Everyone's going crazy. Make the Power Wagon crazy right now. Give it all these things I said, 456 gears, bigger tires, more power, all this tech, cameras, so on. And, of course, stay relevant, right? Give it nice options inside. I like the idea of having one option where you have kind of like a sparse truck, like not much in there for pure off-road. Maybe like vinyl floors and not many options. People who want an off-road truck and a flashy-looking truck and also have a very, very luxurious interior. So I think they need to have that formula, have either option. And finally, this is definitely a dream scenario, but I know this won't happen. I'll just throw it in there. I wish they would make more configurations for the Power Wagon. So, yes, of course, I'm talking about a regular cab, long bed Power Wagon. This would be incredible. They used to do it. What would you like done on your Power Wagon? What have you done that Ram doesn't do that they should be doing? So let me know down below. And what do you think of the TRX? What do you think of the Power Wagon, the off-road segment as a whole? Hope you enjoyed this video. Throw a like on there if you did. And remember to subscribe, of course, for more truck news, off-road content. I am going off-roading soon. Again, I got to keep plugging that. I'm excited. But that's it, guys.